do the introduction for Darnell. So first, Pat.
The speaker was asked to appear as a host on a simulated talk show with another club member serving as the guest. The speaker is to conduct an interview asking questions of the guest and maintaining a smooth flow of conversation. Questions are to be based on the expertise of the guest in a predetermined subject. Although the video will be reviewed later with the speaker, and the presentation will be evaluated as if it had actually been broadcast. Who will be evaluated is only the host, not the guest this time. Marie is going to be the guest. Darnell?
Ready, Darnell? Let's give him a big welcome.
Good evening. Our last and final guest for tonight is an author, a speaker, and a business motivator. She is here tonight to promote and discuss her book called Lessons Learned in a Recession. Please help me welcome from Chicago, Illinois to the Extreme Show, Maria Montarella. So, how are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Good. I understand in Chicago you guys had a very unseasonable winter. It wasn't too cold, you guys could get as much snow as you usually do?
It was a very mild winter, but I gotta tell you, I have no complaints about that.
Okay. And how about the summer? How's the summer going in Chicago? Being here in Miami, we know that summer is always 90 degrees, but I hear you guys are beating us lately.
As much as I love Miami, Chicago's had a pretty decent summer at the start. We've gotten the humidity joining us most recently, so it has been quite sweltering.
Okay. Now, understand, Maria, with your job, I believe you do some consulting and you have to do some traveling. How does that work? Are you going to a lot of different places, or how does the consulting work?
Yeah, I absolutely love traveling. So I work with a client primarily in Chicago, but I've been working with some other companies and also traveling for speaking engagements throughout the United States and also some other countries.
Okay. Now, I understand that you're in this group called Toastmasters. Now, when I think of this, I'm thinking of people drinking wine and eating cheese. And how does this work? What is Toastmasters?
Now, some people in the group do like their wine and cheese. However, Toastmasters is an international organization where people join local clubs to improve their speaking abilities.
Okay. Now, I have to ask you this. What inspired you to write the book, Lessons Learned in a Recession? What inspired you to write that?
Well, it was an opportunity that came across my desk last year. I'm one of many contributing authors to this book. Mark Stevens and Richard Norris from the UK came together and they decided they wanted to bring together different viewpoints from different business leaders on their viewpoint of how they got through the recession. A few years ago, it was pretty trying times for a lot of different companies. So I saw the opportunity, they were looking for more contributing authors, and I just had to jump on it and share my thoughts.
Okay. Now, how did you guys come about with this? How did that come about? Because it seems like it's very detailed, very involved.
Yeah, it came about through some social networking. I was online, got an invitation to join a professional networking site. I saw there was a post, they were looking for more insights. And I think they were looking to mix it up a little bit. They were looking for some more female contributors, female business leaders, and I saw that what they were looking for and just initiated conversation through online and then followed up on a couple phone calls, and then we started the draft process, and they were making sure that everything fit within the parameters of getting all 60 viewpoints to fit in the book.
Okay. Now, here's a question I always like to ask people who write books. Now, what did you find out about Maria? What did you find out about yourself in this book process? Or did you find out anything?
Yeah, I felt it was a little bit of uncovering more of my background in a way I hadn't really dissected it before. So I was looking at, as times start to get poor and the economy starts to take a turn for the worse, how are you going to react to that? But what if you were preparing when times were good, rather than waiting until things took a turn for the worse? So I ended up fortunately doing that a few years ago, where times were good and I was already doing things for personal and professional development, where I wasn't in concern of losing my job, and even when those around me were losing their jobs, I knew that I was marketable in my skills. So for me, it was an opportunity to really dissect and look back at what it was that I had done, rather than just kind of going along with it and thinking, oh, things are working out okay. I thought it was a really great opportunity for reflection.
So you wasn't trying to go through the motions, you was actually consciously trying to make a change in your life.
Absolutely.
Now, there's some parts in the book that I read, and this fact just blew me away. It said more new millionaires have been created in the last 5 years, more so than in the last 100 years ever before. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I think that's easy to believe. If you look at technology, you look at the new startup businesses that are popping up related to different apps, different things that are technology related, there's so much opportunity. It's kind of the time where people can capitalize on that. So I absolutely believe that will continue to grow.
And that has to take me to my next question. What is your definition of success?
My definition of success is surpassing levels at which you think that you can achieve, but setting a goal to where you have something you're striving for. So not just going along with the status quo, but setting a goal and then exceeding it. So it doesn't have to be anything of really great magnitude. It can be something that you're working toward. And I think that having a support system around you and other people to challenge you, to help you, hold you accountable to meeting that goal, can help you to meet that success goal.
Yeah, I've heard other people say that is so important to have people around you, people you associate with, to help you be accountable and keep you going. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, absolutely.
My next question is, if, let's say, there's the average person, say Joe the plumber, wanted to come and he's looking at different books on a bookshelf. Why should he purchase your book? Why should the average person purchase it?
This is a great book for the average person because it's going to bring you 60 different perspectives from business leaders. So you're going to get a really big variety of what people think as how they were able to overcome the downturn in the economy a couple years ago. So it's really going to bring a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different situations that a lot of people can probably relate to.
All right, well, thank you. Thank you for coming on the show. Lessons learned in a recession. I know I need some lessons learned in this recession. Thank you, Maria. Next coming up, Lady Gaga.